All right, welcome back everyone. This is Noah, and in this video we're going to go through the solutions to the Now You Try problem, where we're given graphs of rational functions that we're analyzing to determine their domain, range, and their vertical and horizontal asymptotes. Let's get right into it. The first example we have, well, it's a little hard to tell exactly what's going on because there's so much space in this, but let's still go ahead and try and look first for the domain. You can see it's moving out to the left for forever, so the domain we can say starts at negative infinity, and then it's moving to the right more and more, and then it's coming down, it crosses 2, and then it comes down, down. It never gets to 3, and then we've got this big gap in here, kind of between like 2.2 and then 4 point something. But before we make any decisions here, let's look and note that as we go to the right, this graph will go out to infinity for forever. But as we come back left, it's going to go up, up. And if I kind of continue this, it looks like it's going to cross that 4 and continue moving left a bit more. And so I'm just kind of making a bit of an assumption here, but it looks like it's going to keep going left. And I think just right here at 3, we have a vertical asymptote. Like the line's going to keep getting closer and closer to that without touching it, and it just hasn't gotten very close yet. So for these vertical asymptotes, it's always just going to be one number. So it looks like 3 is the number that we skip here. So we have a vertical asymptote at x equals 3. For our horizontal asymptote, this looks also a little tricky to get in here. Let's note the difference in how flat we've gone over to the left. As this graph moves out to the left, the y values are flattening out here, and this looks like they're flattening out pretty close to 2. On the right side, however, as we come down, this hasn't flattened out very much. It looks like it's going to go ahead and cross through 3 and then flatten out down here more. So once again, I think it's flattening out towards y equals 2. And so we can see outside of that the graph keeps going down for forever. So the range is going to be negative infinity. The y values keep going down for forever, and we start low and then come high. So then they come up from negative infinity up to 2, but then they skip over 2 where that horizontal asymptote is, and then after 2 they continue coming up and then go up to infinity. So from 2 to infinity there, we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 2. Keep in mind, I'm not giving full explanations here since these are the Now You Try problems. In the example, I went into a lot more detail on how to, or what the definitions of these asymptotes are, what can and can't happen with them, and some more detail in reading that graph. So if you skipped those, make sure and go back and watch them. Those are important videos. All right, let's look at part B here. For this problem, it looks like everything on the graph is underneath y is negative 3. We see as it goes out to the left, as x goes to negative infinity, or as x goes to positive infinity, the y values are getting closer and closer to negative 3. And there's nothing above that. So I guess I'm doing the range first. Not because I have to, but just because it's the first thing that I noticed. The y values do keep going down for forever. So the range can go down to negative infinity, and then it comes up to negative 3, but never gets there. We have a horizontal asymptote at y equals negative 3. The domain then, well, the line can go out to negative infinity. Oops. And then it comes to the right, it doesn't skip any x values, and then it goes, while it's going down, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention that the x values are getting closer and closer to -2, but not getting to it. And then they skip over -2 from the right side. The x values are moving left towards -2, but never reach it. But then after that, the x values can be anything bigger than -2 as we move off to the right and out towards infinity. So the domain is -infinity to -2, along with -2 to infinity. And the vertical asymptote is at x equals -2. Nice. And so these are some typical, here's the now you try, or you see these functions often look like. And so we can kind of expect these kinds of shapes as we graph different rational functions. But that's it for this video. This is everything that we need for this specific problem. And as we move forward, we'll get into looking at finding the domain and the vertical asymptote symbolically, and then we're going to go ahead and start doing some different sort of, like we're going to do some reduction and multiplication, division of rational functions, expressions, and we'll add them, subtract them, all that stuff. So cool. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you soon.